It's fine. Final Fantasy 14. Oh, let me get the music stopped. Also, I should probably share this. So my no copyright sounds playlist has started getting copyrights lately. So I may have to go through and see what songs are being copyright written. Or just keep going, because I only do it during chess puzzles, so who cares? So I had my lovely tea. I also had some pizza for dinner. I went to the grocery store and bought meat. So it's actually quite peaceful. Work was dull. It was a supreme pizza, so pepperoni, sausage, black olives, green peppers, etc. I don't know. I don't actually know what all the toppings are on a supreme. It was very good. I dropped under 135 again a little bit. So I need to cut back on my eating just a tad, maybe. I don't know. I need to adjust. I need more protein and less, like... Yeah, that's awesome. Throw a picture in foods. Jack sent me a picture of that earlier, and it looked delicious. What just happened? My screen went black. Did your screen go black? No, just my screen? Okay, weird. Just my screen. Okay, cool. I think I saw someone over here before it needed help. I knew it! This guy's not in trouble. Apologies, but I'm waiting a delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. The cleaner's too busy to chat for his benefit or otherwise. Should I not? Is that sarcasm? Oh, I left-clicked. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt that we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star part of the planet sounds awfully vague to me. As to form, they'll only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the seas of stars on gods know what, made by gods know who. You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing, I hope they like questions. Oh yeah, that sounds tedious. Really? They had to make that like an inch too high to jump up. Just leave me to my misery. The form can appoint someone else. Ty, I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with, truly? Well then, there's no time to waste. They can help prepare for this monumental task. Is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now. My back feels like a void scent played as a pioneer. Piano? Wow, I can't even say piano. I feel like a void scent played as a piano. My feet and knees are as drums and cymbals too. Piano seems fine if in need of a break. It's not the zone music either? Okay, interesting. Check down here, nothing here. How am I to help you? Wow, what a lovely idea. I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need to only track down 100 or so cups. Don't you worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer everyone up goes well. Everyone's doing better than you are. I'm just checking behind the buildings. That circle is very large. It goes up there, too. Poke my head up here. I don't see anyone. I saw someone on the other side of this building a moment ago. Well, before I came over. I like to think about numbers. Soldier collaborators? I suppose that'd be more effective than sitting here brooding. We have to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips. Should the ether burner make our original estimates unfeasible? There are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. She killed him in mathematics. They love using weird adjectives. Irascible. My face? What's wrong with my... Ow! Perhaps I am a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can only make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. I believe the operates in our discussions is a wonderful idea. Absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps their biology itself may offer some clue as well. Whatever you bring up there, I hope they like carrots. It really is. Yes, you, idiot. Have you seen an envelope lying about? This imbecile refused to give me the alchemic I ordered out of that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you, and you've wasted enough of my time already. It's unfortunate for all involved to inflict this ban upon the operates. That guy kind of reminds me of my last boss's boss. He had grand ideas. And his ideas were of the nature of like, yes, if we do this, which these really expensive companies do, these really big companies do, we will be successful. Which is great. Until you realize that you're asking 4 people to do the work of an entire multi-billion-dollar company. Without extra pay. Oh yeah, sure, work 24/7. That's fine. Aha, haha. Then the world is now, yet the work goes no faster. Schedules are just temperamental things, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet, I've never felt so alive. This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. What am I thinking about? Medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and shurigans. But to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in that great expanse is beyond any of us. See nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. Crew from the moon. Why did I not think of that? Well, I mean, he's gone now. He lasted 6 months. The sad thing is, it wasn't what he did to us that got him. It's what he didn't do for everyone else. Well, for us. Among the things I do, is I hold up product. If product does not meet my standards, it does not go out the door. This is not a common thing, per se, but it does happen about, well, me and my department. It happens about, I don't know, 100 batches a year? 150 batches a year? Something like that? I don't know. And the product does not move out the door until my report is signed. And my boss's boss is the last signature. Always. So if he refuses to sign or fails to sign, that means product is sitting in the warehouse, not shipping. So when the GM of the company comes by asking, hey, where's this document? Why can't I ship this product? And the answer is always, this guy is not signing. Well, how long has he had it? 2 weeks. That gets unacceptable. And then the GM goes to our corporate overlords. And they say whatever they say, and they get upset about it. Same one. So, it is what it is. Do you think the cooldown is too much, or is it about right? Okay, I'm running out of people, places to look. I guess I can check inside the buildings. Yeah. Concerns? Yeah, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go that much slower. One seems to be coping well. I wonder if these doors open. I didn't really check. No. Danger Noodle! For a second. I know, I will convert them all at some point. Have you sent them all to me yet? I think you did. Or did you? I don't remember. I don't remember if you did. But I'm keeping everything the same for now. 56 bunches of weeds in the ground, 56 bunches of weeds. Rip one out, add to the mound, 55 bunches of weeds in the... Ape, I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I did need a little break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went for a walk, and then I noticed these weeds, and... Other conversation partners, and oh, so fuzzy? Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Oh! So down Netherlands for... Oh, nice! So you heading up to the Netherlands? I still did commission a weapon from you at some point. That's pretty that far in the future. I'm kind of broke right now. There's side trouble? What's going on? Well, I probably can't help either way. I'm always happy to listen. Last assistants, where have they got going off to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that the ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery. See if I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine... The Loppers are willing to help? Why didn't you say so? This they won't moan about how they checked 2 dozen times already and haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sods. One more! This whole section is open. That's fair. Yeah, I'm actually planning, since my finances are a little bit thin right now, I'm not going to seek out a place to do electrolysis to finish off my hair removal, just yet. I'm waiting till after FanFest for that. So let's get FanFest behind me, and see how much money I have left over for that, before I see about adding another expense to my budget. Alright, there's one person missing. If any of these buildings opens, I'm gonna lose my mind. How do we check around these, right? Well, what weapon do you think screams fox? I have claws. That's true. I sold a fish. I'm actually using the scimitar now. In RuneScape. Yeah, my main requirements in a weapon are that I can attack someone with it. Theoretically. And it needs to be a weapon where I can work it with finesse. Like, that's why I wasn't sure about axes, because the axes seemed like a brutish weapon. No offense, Jack. They seem very brutish. That also sounds nice. How about an axe with a serrated blade? Is that a thing? Oh, there's one. Do I look like a huntress? By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Oh, do pardon me. I didn't see you there. There's no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment. If the whole design buckles under the strain, either the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind. That's highly unlikely. Yes, yes, highly unlikely. Highly. Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? Why, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. Oh, Hef. You mentioned you wanted me to get the rogue set and go pickpocket Master of Armors. You still want me to do that? I think I need 3 more thieving levels, and then I can go into the place where I can get the thing. Historical kit. So your gear's not good enough? Behold, Acalia. Through thine efforts, word has spread throughout Labyrinthos. Fairly to a far greater number than we anticipated. Living waves have gathered more Lobrits as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Such greater matters require not thine intentions. Watch over them, I prithee. I do like to dig, but that's not a weapon, that's a tool. So I remember reading about something. Basically, the theory is that swords make clean cuts, and axes make messy cuts that scare people. But you're better off with a normal electric blower forge? I don't know what that means. That's unfortunate.
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Hey, Griff.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
I mean, I'd be happy to meet with somebody from the moon. That'd be cool.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way.
That sucks.
As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
mistaken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger.
At least you still have time to prepare check.
Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Etheirys, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
Sometimes you just gotta get out and try things.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Is this trouble?
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, I am.
Urianger speechless? Now we've seen everything.
Vilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh, ouch.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
There's rage.
Alfei, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Aww.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that.
Purple?
'Twas I who...
It's still got some holes in it.
Our daughter was disillusioned after
We're
Master
getting there.
Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years.
What do you think? It's getting better.
She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Oh, this is sad. This is the perfect model for this, because we're just brokenhearted.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings.
This is how I feel when one of you guys tells me you did something dumb and got hurt. Or that you made a bad choice is bad for you. I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I want you to be happy and healthy. That's all I want from you.
The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. What'd I do? Oh, sorry. I was moving my monitor a little bit because
I remember when you were young,
stuff is hidden and I hit
how
a
the
button.
lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while. Arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought.
Oh, I wish you could have met her, Chex. She was a force to be reckoned with. And she died so we could take out Nassian.
But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
I've always thought he's in his 50s or 60s.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd.
But he's probably, what,
The
like
reason there
25?
even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
30? Yeah, at this point, it's hundreds of hours. Actually, I could probably see on YouTube. Hold on, let me look. I'll look what it is. Take a look. I have a playlist for it. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? Oh, here it is. I won't tell you how long the whole playlist is, but there's 107 videos in it. And I think the shortest one looks like it's around 2 hours. Oh, there's one that's an hour and 40 minutes, so... Oh, there's an hour and 13. That one got broken up because something happened. So yeah, you're looking at, at least 300 hours, yes, is what you're looking at.
You've no idea how proud we are.
Some of them are
To
6
see
hours.
the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you, too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
He's cried a few times. We've lost people. Sometimes they come back.
outsider. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
So I had a moment last night where I imagined my last day, where I was alone. I had the ashes of the pets I'd lost along the way, and I thought about what I would want. On that day, and I wouldn't want people to cry for me. I guess I would just want people to remember me, and hopefully remember the good things I did. It's alright, I'm good now. It was a little bit of a dark time for me last night, just kinda, I got kinda stuck in my own head for a bit, and had to derail that thought and move on, but no tears if I die. I just want people to, I don't know, remember the good times.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
Because, I mean, my first real dog, I have her ashes. She died right before I became affiliate. That was when I threw myself into streaming and never came back out. I'm using you guys as a crutch for my grief.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
For the past 4.5 years, 5 years. Oh, thank you for the best, Carol. You didn't have to do that. I'm just being silly.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Are lot breaks playable? If this is a spoiler, don't tell me. Okay, it's time to go brush. Thancred's 32? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go brush. I'll let you guys have some different music to listen to. Because there have been complaints about it. Alright, I'll be right back. 3 minutes. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. When did they deliver that? I gotta go get a package. I'll be right back. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to take so long. I'll be right back. I got an email that package got delivered. It got delivered so late. Alright, I got it. I mean, some paper towels. That's it. I ordered paper towels from Amazon. That's all. Nothing big. Ah. Yep, I believe she's 23. I will absolutely date her. I mean, what? That's my mom did that when we were little. She turned 29 like 5 years in a row. Okay, be sure that I am fine. I am well glad to see them too after so very long. Better still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, it would have been far harder had I faced them alone. Friends make everything better. Ahem. Thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to Lockritz. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so shall I remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check in on Alice. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she's less likely to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I can think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until later. Oh, we got a blue. Alright, I think we need to do the blue first. Because we need... Oh, we still got 2 more to do. Oh, and here we go. We have 2. Oh, what am I to do? That infantry, they were that infantry helped me out. Who helped out the students about instant, aren't you? I suppose it matters not to you, but my son seems to have run away. The only research lived here. Ah, yes. Simply put, my wife and I work here in Upperia, and she happened to conceive whilst we were living here in Charlene Hamlet. Actually, we had many sleepless nights wondering if we should quit our jobs and leave Labyrinthos, or entrust the child to our friend of ours who dwells somewhere more suitable. Ultimately, we decided to continue our work whilst raising the child here. After all, our research is focused on the very future that our offspring will inhabit. The issue, however, is that the magic that prevents us from revealing anything confidential is too potent to be used on children. Of course, we can't allow the little one to roam freely. There's no telling what he might impart unto others. So he's spent his entire life thus far within the confines of Charlene Hamlet. We recently had a slight spat with him, and, well, he decided to flee. Imagine me going after him would only make things worse. Could I ask you to talk to him in my stead? I'm sure he'd be much willing to listen to anyone other than his parents at this point. Typical teenager. Thank you. Third Pauline out that. No wonder he's mad at you for naming him that. My boy is most likely in the positive east. I cannot imagine he struck out for any further on his own. How old do you guys think I am? It's not a trap question or anything. We got a 34. What? Who are you? Found him. Into 30s. Love Fox. Oh, same model. I'm not going to go home so easily. You probably won't believe me either, but I've noticed that all is not right in Labyrinthos. Why don't you try telling me first? I did like your answer. Fine, I'll just tell you what I've seen. The color of artificial light here has changed recently. Wow, the sun just came up. Coincidence? I'm sure most people haven't noticed, but when you spend your whole life here, the difference is like night and day. Even so, no one will take me seriously when I bring it up. All because of my age. Got into a big fight with Father about it. But Labyrinthos is in danger. Who knows what would happen if this artificial sun broke? That's why I can't go home just yet. I need to get to the bottom of this first. Although I'm scared to venture outside on my own. They say there's countless monsters out there. I don't suppose you could come with me. I could pay you. It's not much, but I could get pocket money from my parents. You don't need to pay me. I thought you were different with the rest, but now you're treating me like a child too. It's a proper deal, alright? You gotta take the money. You gotta take my money to make it binding. It's settled. I kinda wanna help the guy. I kinda wanna finish this questline. I know we're kinda running behind time, but let's just see. I'm ready to go if you are. I suppose I should tell you a bit about the artificial sun first. It's got an engine called a reactor that burns with fire ether. My theory is the reactor has too much ether now. That's what changes its color. Ergo, we should go to Foibos. I know someone who works there helping to control the artificial sun. I bet he'll let us have a look around. It's in the medial circuit, but we should head for Logisticon Alpha first. Follow me so you don't get lost. I'm probably 6 to 7 years younger. My hands don't move anymore. I can't do my hands anymore. I'm sorry I failed you all. They don't just let me in the medial circuit, but having you here changes everything. Yeah, let's go. Up we go. Hello again, for Pauline. You and your friend are free to go through. Yeah, my thanks. It's so tiresome having your freedoms limited because of your age. Anyway, let's make our way to Foibos. First episode of my prime. Free food? I'm always happy. I mean, always happy for good company. I'm teasing. Cheese Fest 2026? That sounds tempting. So I can go and have a look. Wait here. I'll let you know if I find anything. Wait, why can't I go? I want to go to the reactor. I've never had cheese fondue. There's a place near me that does it, but it's expensive. What's the name of the place? No, that's not the right one. Oh, did they close it down? Oh. I could have sworn it was nearby. Alright. I was looking at the wrong restaurant anyway. Well, it showed me the control panel, but I didn't see anything wrong. The actor's records didn't contain anything worth noting either. That's what you're worried about, eh? You realize this place has been around as long as Labyrinthus, so we've never had a single problem. But we've been able to confirm this change in lights you speak of. Are you sure you didn't just stare at the sun too long? We advise against that for a reason, you know. They can talk down to me all they want, but I know what I saw. There's nothing wrong with it here. It seems means the root of the problem lies elsewhere. Let's go. We're teaching the kid to follow his dreams. That's always worth teaching. You want to hear something weird? I had a weird thought. Maybe sticking around. It's nice to be believed for once. Now that's clear the problem doesn't lie here. We should move on. Let's take a look at the spy route. The fire aspect the Aether travels along from the element fracture to the artificial sun. A while ago, the sun automatically goes out into overdrive to maintain its brightness because less fire than it needs. That's not happening. And there must be a problem with every reactor's ether supply. To know for sure, we'll just need to check the flow of ether to see if there are any spots where it's abnormally weak. So that we need an etherometer. We can borrow from neuroagronomics. Then we'll have to go out of our way. I remember this big thing from like kids' TV shows a long time ago, where they always talk about you can be whatever you want to be, you can do whatever you want to do. Be who you want to be was a big one. A new purple file? Okay, hold on. I'll tell a story while we're doing this. And I find it kind of funny that now oh, this now has a different name. This might be a problem. Okay, I'll delete this one. Okay. Then, the same people that did all that said, are now objecting that, people are becoming trans. It's like, hey, you said be who you want to be, and then people turn trans. It's a natural course of events. Is that silly? That thing, you want me to carry that? See, I fed them a lie about helping with some research. They let me in the etherometer. Come, let's see if we can pick up any abnormal readings. Just that thought, the concentration of fire ether is too low. 3 weeks at an area south of here. That must be where the problem lies. Exactly. Until I have produced the aetherometer. Well, when you got a father who's an expert in aetherology and a mother who's a mathematician, you learn a thing or two. Oh, got the blue one. What's more, I was born and raised here. It'd be embarrassing if I didn't know it better than everyone else. Now let's get to the bottom of this. Ba-ba-dee-ba-da-da. That guy might be lost. Identify the problem. There's an anomaly here. They're normally only found near the element reactor. Can't say for sure if it came on here on purpose or simply got lost, but either way, it's clearly been feeding on fire aspect of ether. Most of the ether travels deep underground on its way to the reactor, but the survivor is close to the surface here. Imagine the anomaly must be pretty powerful at this point if it's been here absorbing all that ether. That core is full of it. If I can just get my hands on that core, I could use it to convince the adults that I was right all along. Do you think you can slay it for me? Yeah, sure. One core for you. Listen, can you show me the core? We're brutally ripped out of Vanilla. So this is what an abundance of ether can do to their cores. It's massive. Probably the others will have no choice but to when they see this. Is it over? Come on, let's waste our time showing this to Father. It's time you acknowledge that I'm right. Ah, what is that? There's a moth. It must have came in when I went out to get the package in. Oops. Is this where you've been hiding? My father, fancy seeing you here. I was just about to come home and tell you that I found the problem with the sun. Are you still harping on about that? You could have gotten yourself hurt pursuing this nonsense. And you, I told you to bring my son back to me. I said you'd go off gallivanting with him. He's right, you know. Fine, I shall hear what you have to say. Oh my, I've never seen a core like this in my life. I see no reason to doubt your suggestion that it was feeding on the fire aspect of ether. So you finally admit that I was right about the sun? Oh yes, however, that matters not now that I know how serious the situation is. What do you mean? Akira's already saying the Anala. Surely everything will go back to normal now. Oh no, what if all of a sudden there's a surge and it knocks out the sun? I'm afraid not. If the artificial sun was under such strain for a prolonged period of time, it could be on the verge of combusting by now. When you cool it post-haste, Elastis requires multiple soma cores. Constructs can be found by Kokol's forge. Please, you have no time to waste. You must retrieve 2 cores for me. Begin the process of Phoibos. Find us there when you have the cores in hand. This actually turned very interesting. Where is the other quest going? That way. I'm going the wrong way. Am I? Yeah, that way. Can I just jump? Nope, never mind. Also, there is a new winter model, by the way. Also got added. As fortunate as the praise me, situation may take place central circuit as you see fit. But it's fine. Once Valentine's Day is over, we'll get rid of this model. Too slow for what? Oh, did you guys ever grab your rune axes? What are you grinding them for? The rune axes. Did you guys ever grab them out of the bank? You're welcome. So what axe? There's no way you sold the rune axe. There's nobody that would buy it from you. Dummy. I don't buy it. I don't believe you. I probably should have taken the mithril axes and sold them, but I didn't. I'm not going all the way back. Screw that. Did I go too far? I may go too far. Can I just drop down right here? Not a good idea. Yeah, I wanted, I had some ideas. I keep all waffling on what I want to do. So for instance, we could grind a bunch of minerals while we're members and then try to get blacksmithing up, but we already have everything we need for blacksmithing, so... what else would give us more benefit? Just getting membership skills up would be nice. So I'm probably just going to focus on thieving for the rest of my time. And go from there. And then when I... what happens if you're not a member and you're in a member area when you lose your membership? Can you not log in? How does that work? Or does it just like kick you somewhere? burning questions of Fox. You asked that? Oh, okay. That's fine. I guess I should just go on to the way up. I screwed up. Oh well. This feels so slow! At least because I'm pretty sure if I could fly, I could just go over the edge. Stray Queen. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I'm literally flying an inch above the ground and can't hop a fence. Yeah, I still got all that gold you gave me, Jeff. I turned it to bars, but I haven't had time to make it into necklaces yet. Unless I threw it in the guild bank. I don't remember what I did with it. You managed to procure the cores? Splendid. Let us save our son. Do I get to go in with you, or do I have to get stuck outside? I can at least get a cutscene. Alright, I think we can finally relax. Artificial sun is stable once more. Clearly, we were also enveloped in our own research, so we neglected to keep an eye on the systems that allow us to live down here in the first place. I shudder to think what could have befallen us had you and my son not taken action. Yeah, you have my thanks for saving us from disaster. And I owe you for something else, my son, an apology. I was a fool to ignore your warning simply because of your age. It's fine, Father, really. How about I throw them in the bank and you can make them the necklaces? In that case, might you be interested in helping find potential improvements for the systems that govern our son? I'm pretty close to a bank. I could just throw them in the guild bank. You can turn them. Of course, I can think of several already. Yeah, because I don't have quite as much time as you do. I want to make the most of it. Okay, I want to thank you properly for being so helpful. Could you come and visit me again in Charlotte and Hamlet? Yeah, I also gotta figure out where you want me to get that gear. The rogue's gear. To pickpocket better. Again, here's your reward. It's my pocket money, with additional something for my parents. I'm so happy that you listened to me and decided to trust my knowledge. I hope I'll pass across the game when I become a researcher in my own right. I'll be sure to make you proud. Until then, do look after yourself, Etheirys. Papoto pancakes? I was actually about getting some potatoes today, but I didn't. Coconut cod chowder. That's a satisfying little side quest. There's hundreds of quests like that. They had the little side quests, little cutscenes. Oh, is there? How many games necklaces do I need? What does a games necklace do? Where's bird rope? You're visitor Charlene, aren't you? You do have a world to look about you. As a gleaner, I too have ventured for journey far and wide. Tell me, where is the farthest you've ventured? Another world. Is that meant to be in jest? Look on your face tells me you're serious. Ah, you should do nicely. You see, I need a more experienced traveler to say a prayer for me before I leave for Cherubania. If you do me the honor, the reactor operated by the tower in the south should have a lantern crystal prepared for the purpose. Ah, we got Birdo again. Alright, let's move at a glacial pace. Bird only has 1 speed. Slow. Are you here for the pistol? I hope it does get some good for the gleaner. Those folks need all the luck they can get. Runners like the way through the darkness, a tool which can mean the difference between life and death. They are synonymous with safe passage, and as such, it has become custom in recent days to imbue the crystals inside with the prayers of a more seasoned traveler. And today that traveler is you. So we face the crystal and pray for the safety of the traveler to be, if you will. Pray! May the other traveler be safe. Cognizant told me about the power of Akasa. Akasa, a concept taught in Rods at Han and how it reacts to strong emotion. I wonder if this method's praying to a crystal is a manifestation of that power. Well, that should about do it. With your help, your prayers will help guide the gleaner safely through the perils of his journey. It's also supposed to snow again tonight, which is wild. But it's like it's not below freezing, so. Oh, never mind. I switched to rain. Yeah, it was supposed to snow today and tomorrow, but it's not going below freezing until like Thursday. So yeah, I just haven't washed the salt off my truck. I guess tomorrow I have a full day of work. It's gonna be boring. Okay, be safe. Also, it's about time for you to go to bed anyway. Do you have a lantern crystal for me? Crystal imbued for hope for a safe journey. You have my thanks. Your prayer filling a sight. I have faith it will keep me safe until my return. And now I depart for Cherubania. I hope your travel was successful as well as mine. Yeah, I know, Jeff, you never sleep. I know. Let's go find Alice now. Oh, we still have one more of these to find. We never went over there. Maybe we'll eventually. Yeah, I feel like I've done a pretty good job making the most of my membership for RuneScape. What do you think, Pixels? Jeff? Sorry. It's hard! I haven't done as well as you have, but, you know, I also have a lot of extracurricular stuff that I need to do. I'm a hardened criminal. Okay, what are you doing out here? I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting task, are you sure? Well, I appreciate the assistance. I give these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimen samples, so try not to be too rough with them. Alvaro should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. Define cold. Alright, no sprint, no umbrella. No mount. Can't use that thing. I'm a little chilly, but I think it's mostly because of the laser. My skin got very heated. No, I don't have either of those things, I don't think. Maybe a little bit of goosebumps on my leg. You're helping with the crates. Wonderful. You can put it there with the others. I have a glass breaker in my truck. Yeah, my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? I suppose I have thankful to thank as well. If you're wondering why we were tasked with bringing these boxes to Emporia to begin with, so was I. Turns out this is the base of operations of sorts. Those are the final say as to what is included in this year's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. That should be everything. Okay, all that at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh, how delighted they look, and not everyone has your delicate arms. Suppose just let someone know that we finished. Theo Paulden is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance at least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. Oh, that's sad. Hope he's okay. Also, the place where I scrape my hand on the fridge is really itchy right now. I really want to scratch it. Or pull off the scab or something. I don't know. It's itchy. Nothing much. We carried some boxes. That's it. Found an Etheirys. I assume we'll be heading south soon. That's the only place we haven't been. God, it never ends, does it? Sorry, what can I do for you? We brought samples from Charlotte and Hamlet, Series 110. The crate spotted by the entrance. I thank you. I expect one of my colleagues, but we were dreadfully short-handed. Well, that's good. Just a moment, you're a first nose children, are you not? Alfred and Alice at your service. You're well acquainted with father, I take it. Quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studio. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been quite some time since we met. Good to see you again, loading your father's mule still lasts. I don't have any sandpaper. You know, parents, they were young. What were they like? Hey, spare no detail. I just like nothing more to regale you. Alas, I'm meant to be in charge here, and reads the paperwork I want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery. How about you each take one? Maybe? I don't know. I have a nail file. An emery board. Will that do it? Wait right here. Wait right there. That would take forever. I gotta stay in the bottom of every shelf on a fridge and freezer. You'll find a foreign representative waiting to make these near the southernmost structure. Hope I haven't covered waiting too long. Never mind Alpha and Alice. I'm certain they'll be back soon enough. Maybe this way. Yeah, the bottoms of them are. It didn't slice my hand, it just scraped some of the skin off. I'm not one of the scientists haven't dawned. I thought you were meant to be working on the ether burner. This paper were not pretty well guarded secret, but due to how dull it is to read, will nevertheless remain largely unknown. Very boring documents. He apologized his paperwork. I was beginning to worry he'd misplaced his quill. Appreciate your help in seeing these documents into my hands, at least. At last, as for your other task, I keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you and Scion succeed. The XIV is without doubt the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risks of the pillage we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Sharn has ever been a nation of the curious. It would be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of the truth. Well, I also need to grab some, I look on Amazon. How much is sandpaper? SDs. Alright, sneak successful. How much is sandpaper? Like, I see like a thing of sandpaper. Sanding sponges? For $5? That seems reasonable. Uh, 48 pieces of sandpaper for $7. Yeah, I can get 48 pieces of sandpaper for $7. Or I can get some sanding sponges that are $5. I don't know. There's a 6-pack for $5 and an 8-pack for $5. Yeah, different grids. 60, 80, 120, 220. Is that a good deal? I'm shopping on stream. I'm doing nothing. I think you can remember for that. Also, I need some washer fluid. $10? 2 per what? I mean, I guess I had a cart. Oh. I'll just have this good deal later. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty good deal then. I mean, it's just on Amazon. It was like $5. Yeah, stream. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I blame you. I blame Czech. Everyone else blame Czech too. Wicked efficient. I dare say you have a talent for this work. His papers only need to be delivered out to elsewhere in the facility. They should be returning any moment. Return, but not a scrap of paper remaining on our persons, you will note. Oh, also, I finally got the tea for the fridge line, but now the cold weather's behind us and I feel like dealing with it. You both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your swaddling clothes, and... That's quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories that our parents would be asked to hear, and to reiterate. Of course, of course. I've known your father for so long, I must have something. I should know, part of why the love of your name garners such respect in Charlotte is your family's storied history. You two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard the Mooncraft's Hope, a lineage few can claim. I never thought much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it has traditionally been a point of pride. It is why Mooncraft renounces ways of war and to enlightenment through knowledge and reason has ever been our family's creed. And to your grandfather's time, Archon Louis looked not to Mooncraft's words, but to his deeds. He asserted, in defiance of his peers, that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was a true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations that led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict, and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well indeed. Indeed, Archon Louis lived by that personal creed, and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fortunato could not reconcile Louis' deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers. A philosophy in which he believed so firmly, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortunato agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fortunato's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Even so, you must know that you're constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that's not an exaggeration in the slightest. Well, I guess you'll have to see when I finally post a picture of myself after FanFest, or during FanFest, I suppose, if I can edit it properly and keep my face out of it. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable, he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I'd not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it. He loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he's also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. A profoundly annoying habit when you're out on the other end of it, as I'm sure you'll agree. I can't? Why not? I'll say. Thank you for insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to give me too much trouble now. I need the form on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought make it to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. Hey, you three. It's fine. Ah, surely Coco hasn't driven you out of the forge already. I mean, they are, but... I don't know. For better or for worse, no. However, he has sent me a task that requires more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I use at least one of you. I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alice and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed it too long as it is. What about you, Kitty? Can you spare the time? For Kitty, sure. Perfect, this shouldn't take long. How close am I to the thing? Still 375. I'm assuming he's gonna take me southeast. In the event there are, and I quote, promise heap of adamantite falls right out of the blaze sky into my lap, Master Coco wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate those parts, however, he needs the flames in Coco's forge to be earned hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of ether being funneled to his furnaces. The flow of fire aspect of ether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlie and Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not before. This way then. I hope we go south. That is likely very close to where the ether is. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see on like one of these hills right here. Keep your eyes open. No sign of it yet. There it is. I'm gonna go grab it. I called it. Top of one of these hills. Now you assume my abs will be my best feature. Reactor's housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire ether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water aspect the ether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which we will both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself, trust me. Can I just put them down any that draw too near? They pose you a little trouble, I'm sure. Wait here if you would. Yeah, I'm still working on mine. So I was doing sit-ups whenever the pain got too great at the laser appointment. To the laser tech's great amusement. Fallon Fox 26B, still. Oh, also, I'm gonna make you guys jealous. So while she was doing my arms, we basically held hands for like 15 minutes or 10 minutes or so. Exactly. I can feel your jealousy. Did everything go smoothly out here? I thought as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. The water appears to be venting properly. That's a weird thought. Hold on 1 second. I just want to check something. Nope, we're all good. My hands are just dry. I keep throwing lotion at them, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Well, since I didn't get my tail lasered, so she didn't need to touch that. It's also really funny. So she told me she's one of the oldest people at the company, or the oldest, like the most senior people at the company. She's only been in the company like a year. So I'm laying there naked on the table or a chair or whatever, and this other woman knocks on the door, and she's like, "Can I come in and get some stuff? I won't look, I promise." I'm just like, "It's fine. Do your thing." And she's like, oh, so afraid to look at me. She's like averting her eyes and looking at the floor and like covering her face with her hands. It was very funny. And the Ether appears to be venting properly. I expect Cole will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time I return. It's very silly. I mean, it's a place where they see naked women all the time. So have you? There's another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, but it's something I've been considering. But you can tell she's new. Part of this I share with everyone, yet you and only you have been to help us. As we've established, our refined adamantized product of Alec, the Empire's twilight years, in fact. As Imperial was saw much use as part of the Algon's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalmud, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who have pushed further, expanded Algon's empire to encompass the heavens and stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Amon. Does he remember his life as Hermes? I believe he has his own reasons. There is no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Asians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. But not his memory, though. What drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? That's the plan. This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls like mine have a personality, so to speak? A natural disposition towards which they are inclined? What? I don't know if I want to do a lot of extra work, guys. That's a lot of trouble. We know with relative certainty there was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alec that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Xanda. Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, exterminating those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness of their hearts. In facilitating Xanda's return, Amon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from their own indolence. Or would have, had not Xanda been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. What do you mean, let's do it? The effort is mine. So when do you guys propose I do this extra effort? I guess I can see Thursday. How soon does it need to be in, Kai? Is Thursday good? I can think about it. Maybe I'll have sometime Thursday evening or something. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it's the consequences of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet... Treat those stars on wings of adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond. The promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. Alright, tell me what I have to do. Or send it to me in Discord, or just remind me on Thursday. But that's busy for now. Why don't we go see how Coco is getting on? Can I just go around this way? Oh yeah, that's coming up again, isn't it? That was pretty funny, though. You guys thought that was pretty funny, right? Oh, Czech wasn't here for that. So for April 1st, I had a, what was it? Sleepy Outfit Fox, redeemed. And it turned into Lalithel Fox. Fox shows some skin. That's what it was. There you go. I couldn't remember what it was. So this is what that turned into. If you redeemed it. Actually, no, I had 3 of them, didn't I? Didn't I have 3 redeemed that all did the same thing? It was Fox, show some skin, Skippy outfit, and something else. Yeah, I had like 3 redeems that all did the same thing. They all turned into potato. As an April Fool's joke. Ooh, I can feel those flames blazing from here. I just found someone capable, Graha. But there's not much for you to lot to do. Unless you can conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. Yeah, we'll have to come up with something this year. So I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do, only... I hate waiting! I want that adamantite, and I want it now! We are sharing patience, I assure you. Is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? Is it time to brush? It is time to brush. Let me go brush. I'll just do 2.5 minutes because it's getting kind of late and... I don't know. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. 15 seconds late, but that's okay. Alright, 15 seconds late. Alright, so Kai sent me something, but I don't know what to do with it. What is it? Oh, is that both of them? Oh, is that just the other one? Oh, okay, that's not the thing you said. What am I? Oh, whatever. We are sharing patience. I keep getting distracted. I am really, really scatterbrained today. Okay. I don't know what's going on with me. Same one again. Wow, that's 3 times in a row. We are sharing patience. I assure you, is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? I mean, you have seen all the fox colors, so no worries. Is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? I wish the sitting about is unbearable. Pity the form frowns on recreational explosions. Fireworks? Well, as long as they can't prove it was premeditated, get you gone. I have mistakes to make. I've been telling you that for like an hour. This is a dangerous one during a stream I put on YouTube. I think we're good. At least for like 30 minutes. I told you 30 minutes ago you need to go to bed. When you took the dog out. Okay, so I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I have one more look. Make sure nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. I'm certain there are better uses for your time, however. I'll join you in Charlotte and Hamlet anon. I'm just gonna teleport back, because I'm not walking. Probably. Wait, I have a question. Do you guys remember the object I was playing with that kept making clinking sounds on stream? Was it a clothespin? Clothespin? Yes or no? Or what was it? Was it something else? Okay, fine. I threw the clothespin out of the room. Are you happy? If you wait here, your companions are bound to turn up sooner or later. Oh no, hold on. Let's see Questia first. I know it's probably still over there, where I threw it. I have like 30 of them, and I use them to keep chip bags closed. So if I ever bring up something, so like yesterday I got low blood sugar, and so I had a thing of dried strawberries, freeze-dried strawberries or something like that. I don't know. And so there's a clothespin on it, and so I brought them up and I was eating those, and I just set this clothespin on my desk. So wait our companions. I'll drink some water.
All set, I take it?
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperites, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Kryl. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
To the harbor!
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
It's exciting. We're going, I don't know, to the moon or somewhere else.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested with all speed.
Is that a dead pixel on my screen? Or is that a piece of dust?
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
Oh, wow. I think we got enough adamantite.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
Dropped off by the bandits. Remember the Sky Pirates?
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamud shard.
I'll have you know, I went all the way to the entrance.
All the way to the entrance.
'Twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Sky Pirates!
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due. You did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
These two are great. Oh yeah. So I remember I've never seen this, but I remember hearing about this. It was some sort of short animated thing or something, where the premise was that there were 12 people, or 12 I guess it was 12 people, that were supposed to cooperate to prevent the end of the world, to stop the apocalypse. 12 people. Of the 12, only 8 needed to cooperate. If 8 people cooperated, the world would be saved, and the other 4 would walk away with wealth or power or something insane. Guess what? Guess what happened? World ended. Because 8 people could not be selfless out of 12.
Take that back. Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party. Hancock and Soroban. We come bearing relics both sacred and Allegan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements.
Very convenient.
Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our Dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause. Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
That's kind of, dramatic.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Do we recognize that vessel? Was that the pirates?
Fortunately,
oh no, that was
our
the
Majestic
actors.
associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
To save the world?
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability.
I mean, keeping himself alive is probably pretty
And
useful.
since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
There's the bureaucrat still angry in the
funded the
background.
venture? When?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
You made it,
When
finally.
it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
I like her voice.
We also had the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Flamen? No?
Mother!
Oh!
Amelians.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
Yeah, we're too rich. Here, let me help you.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny-tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
That's the spirit. That's what I told my parents. Spend all your money. I don't want any. I don't care about
Waste
seeing
not.
any of it. It's their money. They earned it.
However
Spend
did
it
you
all.
manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways? Erenville, you were involved too.
Everyone's involved.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlia. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
Exactly.
That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed.
A little bit convoluted.
To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Sid's here too. We got
What's
Alchemist.
this about a ship that
Alpha's
can fly
here.
to the moon?
Look, you see him in the back?
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
I said we should go see Sid first thing.
Sid, you brought the team.
But nobody listened to me.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
Near in the back, Alpha, Mega, Biggs, and Wedge.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud Shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness.
This really is a coming together of everyone, isn't it?
The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ajdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well."
That sounds good. 3 out of 4.
Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
Oh, wow.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again.
I like this guy.
Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
We could blow up the moon.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Very dramatic. But it's the head pat?
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. But this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it.
I'm gonna change the timing on that. 1 second. I'm gonna change the timing slightly. Oh, no, I can't because it's tied to the other, isn't it? Oh, well. I tied it into the Random Fox, so it's the same time as Random Fox.
The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude
Random Fox.
and their fragility.
Yen's here. Hi. Yen is here. And I got all the power in the world.
Do you understand? And are you prepared?
You are not prepared. I have the power. I have the power.
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake. And we are prepared to bear this burden.
All the pets.
Then I will bear it with you.
Whoa, they finally came together! With my power as Jin, I have brought them together.
Share your struggles with me. As family.
Hooray! They're reunited. Boop.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst.
Shouldn't he be a bad
It was
check?
love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold.
Okay.
I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great Exodus would succeed. Must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
That's right.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
Cherish the people close to you. It's important. We dropped some frames, but not many. Hopefully it's not too bad.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels.
Oh, I lost my power.
Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Amelians.
Such a happy family.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
Will do.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Oh, I gotta give speech! 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 Do I get to pick the speech? If one of the options is not no words, I'm gonna be disappointed. Lend us your strength. That's very simple words. I'm a little disappointed.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
What about the paperwork? The bureaucrat shows up again. Come on, where is she? Complain about the paperwork again. I wanted to ignore her one more time. That would have been delightful. Where is she? Is she gone? She left. She left in disgrace. Oh well. I finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued to us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Heidelin may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the forest method for speaking with her is not without risk. I'm curious to hear what this might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with Adamantite have offered to stay and see to any remaining tasks when you do it. Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thank you, Taro. We're off to Aporia then. Alright, let's go. It's still not the end of this quest. Okay, I've already shown the others inside. You want to speak with Clary Lane. She has to keep the lift and continue down after me. Don't be quick, yeah? Keep him fed, keep him happy. I'm a little bit paranoid because we were dropping frames last week. And I see that we've dropped, it's still the same. We've dropped 95 frames in this 3-hour stream. Not bad at all. 0.0%, very small amount. It's like a second and a half of frames. Probably not even noticeable. The Master Force note, yes. It's just up inside the left here. From here we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos and its most closely guarded secret, Thalmasian. It marks the beginning and end of our efforts whence we delve to seek audience with the star, which we will embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. Oh wow, we're here. We're going to the middle. Is that not the whole thing? Oh, there's one spot over here I missed. Of course there is. I'm taking that tackle. I don't care if it's your fox, it's mine. Yum! Ate it. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what I could do about it. You got a problem with me? I'll bite you. I bid you welcome to Thalmasian. Direct your attention toward the center to behold the ark of which we have long labored. Don't look very big. As you can see, it's designed as a medium-sized craft, the better to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure that the thrust-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation on its freight capacity. The Etherburner, as you know, has been removed for further modification. We shall reattach it soon enough. I received word that Kokol and several of your allies are working on it with an intense fervor. They are sure to see it done. It was by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Highland ere they finish. Point taken. Let's move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. I have done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? I can fly! Technically, Show Fox also shows me. Anyway. Level 89 quest now. We make for the lift at the center of the chamber. Come. Boop. Wait, what? I know I set that up right, did I not? I know I set it up right. Why is it not working? No, it's not that. It worked before, though, didn't it? It's just the wrong tail is coming up. Alright, let's see if that did it. Hold on. Alright, that did it. I may have had to brute force it, but it should work. I don't know why it didn't work. So the way it works now is that when a model is loaded that has a different colored tail, it's supposed to set a parameter, a foxtail, to that colored tail, and that should automatically use the correct tail for all applications that use a tail. All of them. They all have the same function now. It just goes to a tail wag, and depending on what parameter the tail is set to, it wags a different tail. So that one clearly did not work. Even though I have it plugged in, so it should work, it did not. So I added a second thing to make that work, and it works now. As you all know, alongside our physical world exists an ethereal plane, which is what we refer to as the ethereal sea. At the heart of the star, the physical and ethereal are one and the same. Thus, the deeper we go, the easier it becomes to pass between said planes. So how are we doing on time? 10 minutes. Good. We utilize this principle in constructing the anti-tower. And what's more here in Thaumazian? 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 I don't know. No sooner did the Forum decide that the nexus from the star would be necessary than they began to work on this facility. Our work culminated in a device that allowed us to peer deeper into the ethereal sea than ever before, in search of Highland's ever fainter echoes. The Aetioscope. You communicate with her through this device? For a time, yes, but since the 7th umbral calamity, it has been rare to hear even a whisper. If you wish to reach her, you must journey closer to the center of the star than we have ever dared, beyond the Aetioscope. Even so, I make no guarantee that you'll find her, nor of your safety, not so deep in the ethereal sea. We understand, but if we are to deliver this world, we have no choice but to try. I know. I wish we could do more than observe your progress from afar. The Aetioscope's ocular lens by which we may peer into the ethereal sea without placing ourselves at hazard lies above us. Through it, we can watch and guide you. In those swirling depths, there are pockets of ether so dense and turbulent that they can unravel one's soul. If we determine that you are at risk of coming into contact with such a pocket, we will recall you with the teleportation magics. To that end, it would be best if one familiar with the composition of your souls remained here to assist in assessments at risk. Otherwise, there is an increased probability that we will extract you too early or too late. You stole a... Oh, Cryo, please allow me. Oh, she watched us all. I thought upon this much, and in truth, I do not believe that I am fit to join you in the trials ahead. The events of the Tower of Babel drained me, yes, but even before that, your capabilities far outstripped my own. This is no time to have a weak link in our vanguard, no matter how much you may wish it were otherwise. If I may assist in the manner that Master Fortuna was laid out, however, I may still be of use. Will you trust me to do so? I can think of none I trust more. Compared to all the effort you put into keeping us alive while our souls were in the first, preventing us from dissolving into ether on a single expedition posed no challenge at all. Even if we did, I expect you would hunt us down and restore us to health somehow. You flatter me. Rest assured that I'll be keeping a close eye on all of you. There's one more thing. Those in ages past referred to the Etheirys Sea as the underworld, our final resting place. It is embraced its memory washed away, leaving only purity of one's soul, or so we believe. Yet what are these memories? Do you think to ask what becomes of them cast adrift in the ethereal tides? Some theorize that they linger for some time, associated with strong sentiment in particular. There's a meow! Meow! What does that sound like? What do you think? I'm not a fox. Wow. Except do you want me to bite you? Fucking greedy. Some theorize they linger for some time, those associated with strong sentiment in particular. In those deep depths, memories of the departed may even coalesce around you for hatred or for love. Thus do I caution you to be wary, but also to have faith. Remember those who did gladly extend a hand to you, that they may lift you up once more. No. I dropped something on my keyboard. I batted off my desk. Alright, we should probably go brush before we do this. 2 minutes ought to do it. That should get us to the end of the stream. With a quick brush. Brushy, 2 minutes. I'm back. And I'm back on time. More punctual than Fox. Alright, let's go. This might be the last thing we do tonight. It's for a party. We can't take Thancred. I'm gonna take Kitty though.
I stand ever ready.
We're gonna take Estinian. I go to this party. Let's make Estinian
Right
instead.
then.
We go to this party. This work. Here we go. Journey to the center of the planet.
All seems in order with the lens. And I trust you can hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Those things are pure malcontent. The residue of lives unfulfilled.
I'm gonna get a bit of a beating here. Boop. Back at everything.
Allow me.
Got sneeze. Sneeze again. I'm so sneezy today. And always. at all the floating things. Oh, there's a yellow one. Might be more powerful. Or that might be an ally. A friend? Oh, this guy.
Allow me.
This will hurt.
Oh, we gotta kill them. That helps. Oh, I got rid of all of them. Ether Paplimo! In rush fluid wisdom, the memory of a principal silent takes form. It's Ether Paplimo. I was about to consider that you've always worried overmuch. He sacrificed himself. Now he's here with us. I don't know why, but I read that as Livia the Underaged. Like, that just sounded really bad. I deeply apologize for my thoughts.
This will hurt.
I'm gonna stay here. I think they're coming back. Yeah, I thought so. AoE? Nope. Frustration is AoE. I think we're good here.
This will hurt.
I will not hold back. Gloves are off.
Allow me.
Nailed it! Protect everyone! You will not harm them!
Follow the flow of ether. It will guide you.
Oh. Oh, we gotta go down. We must go deeper.
The ether is too dense. I'm losing you.
This kind of looks like Highland. So we're in the right place. See how much in my cup. I don't know if I have a lot of water left or none. I mean, I don't want to drink it all up. I got a bit. Okay, we're good. I'll make sure I have enough to take my pill later. This way? Yep. More helpful people. Archive's memory. We sure can't use an axe. Moonbrita. It was Moonbrita, okay. I couldn't remember. Oh, Chiffon! Previous card won't forget you. Oh, Chiffon! I remember! Pop that. No reason not to. Should have 20 time to come back. It only takes 25 seconds to come back. Next boss. Oh, the galaxy shields. That's my lifelong empires. In death I shall serve. Think his orders even beyond death. I vaguely remember this guy. Wait for the crystal to blow up.
Away with you!
Van Bossa, again, I tell you, lay down your arms. Oh, we gotta go down deeper. Oh, friend? Thank you, friend. We knew you'd come. I'm supposed to go down there, but I'm not sure. Press on. Okay, I thought they might help me fight, but they didn't. did not help me fight. I knew we'd meet here. Who?
You underestimate me!
Gloves are off. There.
Got a problem over there? No? Oh, thanks, Minfilia, for being our guide. Oh, it is Minfilia. So we got one guy attacking that one person attacking that one. We're not very cohesive, unfortunately. This one.
Allow me.
I will not hold back.
And last battle.
So headstrong, stubborn,
I think if I take more water, I have to take my pill with it.
But this is as far as you go. Oblivion beckons!
We dropped some more frames somewhere, but we're only at 1765, so we've lost like a tenth of the frames we lost last time we had frame issues, or less. Maybe 5%. I don't know. So I think we live with it. Amon, the Undying. Let's go.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far. You will persist in this folly no longer.
I will not hold back.
This will hurt.
I was hoping it. Oh crap.
The stage is set.
Ow! I'm no bad.
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
You underestimate me!
I'll take shelter. Behind the ice. Sail.
Ma, what a boorish audience you are.
I don't know if there's much damage I could. They're going for the middle, I think, so we go to the edge. That's his left, so he's gonna attack you over there.
I will not hold back.
Okay, we're getting the hang of it. He always seconds left? Maybe in this build he does. I imagine like Savage or whatever, he'll probably attack him right.
You're mine! Me.
Oh no, he attacked right.
I will not hold back.
You're mine.
Here I wondered. Welcome back, Jack. Hydrate. Alright, Zelda, of course, gonna take my sleeping pill right now. Okay. Since I'm basically out of water. I have enough to take my pill and nothing else. So I shall.
Your dreams, your hopes, your futures, delusions and lies.
So be it. I gotta sneeze. I tried to sneeze. It won't come. It's right there, but it won't come. Oh, fine. That's a shame. Yep, we'll see you soon. We're in the center of the planet. I don't want to spoil anything, though. We're here.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
I said we're here to speak to Heidelin.
Leave this to her.
Come to deal the coup de grace. Good. Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
I think this is Hermes. Have you any memories of me, Dion?
How would you know that name?
I was there. I met her. We were friends.
Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emmett Suck.
Stop teasing him, Kai. He'll see it on the VOD.
Pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories.
Yeah.
But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed.
Hey, Jack. What are you doing awake?
It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them. No matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder Is Emetzelk adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis? How it must gall
I gotta sneeze
him
again, still.
to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly. But make no mistake. My life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end.
I tried blowing my nose to see if that would help.
I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death. So I ask you, why live at all?
Why not?
We betray. We torment. We murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery?
Because happiness without misery is meaningless. Do you know what you have for endless happiness? Boredom. If violence didn't exist, there'd be no plot.
Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand.
You have every right to end your own suffering. You don't have the right to end mine.
It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution.
What about hydrochloric acid? That's a solution. Do you think I was dumb just because I'm a cat?
That is my truth. My answer to the question. And yet, even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way?
I don't think that's... I think my ear broke though. Ear?
After
there we go.
All these years.
Come on, sneeze.
The answer I was hoping for.
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Vandana, still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to memory, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Arcee?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you.
I'm so used to seeing that guy as Fandaniel.
Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos.
Of course, that's what he's upset about. His beloved Lord Xenos.
I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance. Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus. Even should you be reborn, your desperate search for answers must start again.
Next time we'll find the answer together.
Even here, even now, you have every right to hate me. For the fool I was, for the monster I became. But I will not beg forgiveness. The tale of Hermes, the man who knew so much, yet understood so little, ends here.
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Likewise, I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
What a silly man. This turned out rather longer than I hoped it would be.
Come. Hydaelyn is waiting.
Boop.
Brave travelers, I welcome you.
Wow, we got deep. Wow. We meet again for now.
I see. Thou didst journey under Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. I know why you have come. Yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths. The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Where emotion and memory govern all, ether will avail you naught.
I got plenty of emotion.
Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said once. After everything I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
No, she said there's two choices. Wish I had to get prepared.
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Etheirys, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being, and can never be cast out.
We learned that from Persona 4, accept your darkness.
Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer. And in suffering, find strength, and purpose, and hope. As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee.
Why are you so silly?
Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest.
It's just shoulders are similar color to the hair.
In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched. The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure. As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse. And thou, my champion, when all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope.
You guys are taking away from the majesty of the
For
moment.
every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey. You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark! Nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance. As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you doth crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return. Prepare yourselves.
Unfortunately, as epic as this is...
Prove ourselves worthy, eh? Sounds straightforward enough.
It's gonna have to wait till tomorrow.
Aye. No room for confusion there. In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well, not quite every day.
Most days.
Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back. For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Wow, they didn't get a speech?
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
Do we fold straight into it, or do we... Especially when you use the duty support system, you have the opportunity to undertake the trial with a party science, Mr. Allies roles, different from those you're not able to select. Alright, I think we try this tomorrow. I don't think I want to do this another time. Because we're already running late. So, good night, everyone. Hope you all have a great night and a great day tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Fox will be back tomorrow. I may or may not be back tomorrow. We'll see. And so hope to see you guys here. I don't know. How is this supposed to end? I don't know. Scarlett's going to bed. Night, night.